Newton's first law of motion statement: everybody continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled by some external force to change that state. That is, in the absence of external force, a body at rest will try to be at rest. That means its acceleration is equal to 0, and a body in uniform motion will continue its uniform motion, so its acceleration is also equal to 0. That means whether a body is at rest or the body is moving with uniform motion, its acceleration is equal to 0. That means the body is moving with a constant velocity or the body is not moving. In practice, two kinds of situations are encountered in the application of Newton's first law. Number one, net external force on the object is 0 or no force acts on the body or object. And the second application, various external forces add up to 0. That means the total sum of the external forces acted on the body is equal to 0. For example, a spaceship out in an interstellar space far from all other objects and with all its rockets turned off has 0 acceleration but still in motion. Why? So consider a spaceship which is in the interstellar space, that is in between stars, and it is suppose far from all other objects. There is no gravitational force due to other objects, and with all its rockets suppose turned off. What will be its acceleration? Its acceleration will be equal to 0, but the spaceship still is in motion. Why? Because net external force on the object is 0. If the net external force acting on the body is equal to 0, the body also moves, but the body will move with uniform motion or uniform velocity due to its inertia of motion. So this is an example of uniform motion or the application of Newton's first law, in which the total external force on the object is 0. Now we will consider another example where the sum of the external forces add up to 0. For example, a book remains at rest on a table. Why? Since the book is observed to be at rest, the various external forces, that means the force due to gravity, which is generally we call the weight, and the normal force, which we generally write R or normal reaction, add up to 0. If you add the two forces, external force, that is the gravity, force due to gravity or the weight, plus the normal reaction R, then the total force will be equal to 0. That is why the body remains at rest. So when the body is at rest, the acceleration of the body equal to 0, and this is the case where the various external forces add up to 0. Now we will consider the motion of a car which starts from rest. When the car is at rest, there is no net force acting on it. But when the car pick up or during pickup, it accelerates due to net external force. So remember, when the car pick up, the force applied on the car changes the velocity, and when there is change in velocity, it gives acceleration. And when the car moves with constant velocity, there is no net external force. The external force on the car equal to 0. So this is a case where you clearly you can know when the body accelerates and when the acceleration of the body equal to 0. When the car is at rest or it moves with constant velocity, then the acceleration equal to 0 and no force acts on the car. But when the car pick up, that means starts its motion from 0 to some speed, then it increases its speed, This is called the acceleration, and this is possible due to the net external force. Now we will discuss some applications of Newton's first law of motion. Suppose we are standing in a stationary bus and the driver starts the bus suddenly. We get thrown backward with a jerk. Why? Because our feet go with the bus. The rest of the body remains where it is due to inertia. Therefore, we are thrown backward. Similarly, suppose you are standing in a stationary bus and the driver, not stationary, suppose you are standing in a moving bus and the driver stops the bus suddenly. We are thrown forward. Why? Because our feet stop. When the moving bus suddenly stops, our feet stop with the bus. The rest of our body continues to move forward due to inertia. Therefore, we are thrown forward. Now let us discuss this example. Example 5.1. An astronaut accidentally gets separated out of his small spaceship accelerating in interstellar space at a constant rate of 100 meter per second square. As I have told you about interstellar space, that is space between stars in a galaxy. So the astronaut accidentally, suppose, gets separated or detached from the spaceship which is accelerating in interstellar space at a constant rate of 100 meter per second square. Question is, what is the acceleration of the astronaut the instant after he is outside the spaceship? Assume there are no nearby stars to exert gravitational force on him. As we have discussed, acceleration of the astronaut will be equal to 0 because there is no nearby star to exert gravitational force. That means if the external force equal to 0, there will be a uniform motion of the body. So the spaceship, if the astronaut gets separated from this spaceship, then the astronaut will move with constant velocity, and because there is no external force acting on the astronaut. So from Newton's first law we get the idea that for the motion of a body we do not require any force. When force is given, the motion gets changed. For the change in motion of a body we need force, but for the motion of a body we do not require force.